eloquently speaking. Welcome back to Legal Talk, where law meets justice and advocacy becomes action. I'm your host, Dr. Vickie Simon, and today we're going deep into history, humanity, and the hard truth of where our nation stands. Because silence has cost us progress, because distraction has stolen direction, and because no matter how loud the noise gets, rebuilding still begins with us. Now, let's rewind. The Great Depression wasn't just an economic collapse. It was a social transformation. And in 1935, the Social Security Act was born out of desperation, not convenience. It gave the elderly dignity, the unemployed relief, and families a foundation for survival. But that system was built in crisis. It is now showing its age. Social Security faces funding threats, healthcare costs are soaring, and the safety nets meant to catch us are stretched thin under political pressure and public neglect. The question is no longer how do we fix the economy? It's how do we protect the people when systems designed for security are being quietly dismantled? Healthcare is not just policy, it's life or death. From the New Deal to the Affordable Care Act, every reform has been a fight, not just over funding, but over deserved care. Right now, the conversation is split. Democrats push for expanded access, affordability, and protection for vulnerable groups, and the Republicans argue for market choice, personal responsibility, and reduced federal involvement. But while Congress debates ideology, Americans battle medical death, delayed treatments, and impossible costs. The shutdown has frozen vital programs, from Medicare reimbursements to veterans' healthcare access. Healthcare equity isn't charity, it's constitutional compassion. And until we treat it that way, our systems will keep producing sickness instead of health. Now let's call this what it is. It's governance by gridlock. The GOP and the Democrats are locked in a power struggle, not just over budgets, but over belief systems. Federal employees are furloughed. SNAP and WIC benefits are uncertain. Homeless shelters are over capacity. Unemployment offices are swamped. This isn't just a shutdown. It's a systematic shutdown of stability. Every delay in Congress ripples down to the kitchen tables across America. Every policy fight over spending is really a fight over who gets to live with dignity. We are watching homelessness climb faster than rent relief can keep up. We are watching workers face layoffs with no safety net to fall back on. And we are watching the American dream built on independence and opportunity crumble under the weight of inequality. This is not coincidence. It's a systematic attack on independence, not by individuals, by the policies that make survival dependent on partisanship. When people are too burdened to thrive, democracy becomes easier to control. That's not freedom. That's fragility disguised as order. Our Constitution was written to balance power, not to paralyze it. But each time leaders weaponize division, each time truth becomes partisan property, the foundations crack. When access to food, housing, or healthcare depends on party lines, we are no longer living under a representative democracy. We're living under selective governance. The dismantling of the Constitution doesn't always come through war or decree. Sometimes it comes quietly through shutdowns, disinformation, and indifference. The remedy is re-engagement, accountability, and civic courage. Now, here's this week's legal and civic strategy list. Demand transparency. Ask your representatives how the shutdown is affecting healthcare, food aid, and housing in your district. Support local systems. Volunteer with organizations providing food, medical treatment, legal support to families that are in crisis. Vote with vigilance. The Constitution survives when citizens defend it, not just in courtrooms, but at the ballot box. Advocate for reform. push for modernized Social Security and universal healthcare frameworks rooted in dignity and not death, and reclaim our independence, build community networks that reduce reliance on broken systems through mutual aid, local coalitions, and informed advocacy. We've endured hardship before, but endurance is only the beginning. Now is the time for reconstruction. Now is the time for resolve. Now is the time for responsibility. Shared, sustained, and strategic. Division is the illusion that keeps progress out of reach. But unity that is grounded in truth and guided by justice makes rebuilding possible. If today's episode moved you, organize. If it informed you, share it. If it challenges you, plan. And if it reminds you that power lives in people, act. When fear breaks us down, strategy builds us back up. Legal talk isn't just commentary. It's resistance. It's a call to action. A reminder that justice doesn't just come from silence. Thank you so much for tuning in to Legal Talk today. I'm your host, Dr. Vickie Simon. I love you, and I'll see you on the front lines of reform. Until next time, stay informed, stay ethical, and keep serving your community.